Welcome to The One Thing, where each episode features our signature segment, Pandora's Box. We dive into hot topics that challenge the norm and ignite real conversation.
Inspired by Greek mythology, Pandora's Box isn't just about chaos. It's about truth, transformation and hope. That's what we bring to every conversation.
Have a cause or business that deserves to be seen? Want to be remembered forevermore? Be our next special guest. Contact us today at theonething@edgeradioaustralia.com.
And you're listening to The One Thing on no other than Edge Radio Australia, wherever you're listening in other parts of the world. It's so good to have you here. Huge welcome to my co-hosts.
Yeah, I know. It feels weird, doesn't it?
Leanne Jones, Aaron Malloy, we're all here, and Andrew McGregor, who we will be introducing very shortly, who is our special guest today. So it's a very heartfelt show today because we're actually going to be talking about something that's very close to my heart and also will be for a lot of people that are listening. And it's about how volunteers can empower people with disabilities. And the way that Drew does this is he actually helps with a sailing program on the Swan River. And if you're not from Perth, Western Australia, the Swan River is our river in Perth, and it's absolutely stunning. So in this powerful episode, we're actually going to open Pandora's box on what true empowerment looks like, community-led volunteering changes lives, and why inclusive opportunities like this program called Sailability matter more than ever. Leanne, would you like to tell us a little bit about our guest?
I will. And I have been told to call him Drew and not Andrew because that sounds like his mum's telling him off.
Dead right.
Andrew.
So, yeah. I do that with my boys as well. I do that with my boys as well. So, Drew.
Well, you called them Andrew.
No, actually, my brother-in-law's Andrew. My brother-in-law's Andrew, though. Yeah, there you go.
That's where it all goes horribly wrong.
So, Drew is a Perth local and an enthusiastic sailor. He leads MyHRPro, a consultancy specialising in bringing human resources principles from sport and business with a strong focus on creating workplace inclusion. Drew volunteers with Sailability at the South Perth Yacht Club, where he gives back to the community with intent and sincerity. His passion lies in helping more people with disability experience the freedom and joy of sailing. Andrew shares what he loves most about Sailability. The joy on participants' faces is one of them. So welcome to the show. And yes, it's so exciting to hear from you.
So let's see the joy on the participants' faces.
Yeah.
So Aaron's got a little video.
Okay. Drew, did you want to speak before? Okay. Let's get straight into the video there.
Yeah, let's get straight into the video.
Somehow you thought this was about you. I mean, come on, really. No.
I'm glad I didn't prepare to speak.
Let's have a quick look at this video. It gives you an idea of what we're talking about. And
Play.
I'm going to. There we go.
There we go.
Well, that's going well. I press
Well,
play.
we don't.
Well, don't you love technology for you? I'm pressing that one. I don't know if I can press that any harder. All right. So that's clearly not going to work for us.
Meanwhile, back to me.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, back to Drew.
What we'll do.
All right, so if you go up to the tab.
I reckon we just get rid of it, right? Say goodbye, and let's talk to Drew about this. Drew, like, you obviously volunteer, and what you're doing is changing lives.
Absolutely. Maybe we just post the link and people can take a look.
Let's give
it's
that
very
a go.
accessible.
I don't give up that
South
easily.
Perth Yacht Club, Sailability.
But keep talking.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it at midway.
Oh, come on. Now it's working.
Oh,
But
there
are
you
you
go.
sharing?
We're not sharing.
Oh.
Okay.
It's all right, we'll get there.
It's important to share.
It's okay. Let's hear from Drew. Well, Lisa's... Oh, she's got it.
Sailability is a program that we run for people with disabilities. It's fantastic for them because it doesn't put them aside from other people. It helps them participate in community things. They're out there enjoying themselves. They're not stuck in a house. They're not stuck inside. They can get out in the fresh air and sunshine and smile. We have about 40 volunteers Every week we need at least 28, and we take out between 35 and 40 people every Wednesday.
We're there to put back into somebody else's life something which we love. For taking people out onto the water when they're immobilised or incapable, we have our slings, we have our support chairs, we have the various ways of getting a person onto a boat. Young Jamie, totally paralysed. As soon as we've got him onto a boat and he's out on the water, he's in a calm space, in a nice space, and he enjoys that. There's always that first fear, but once you're over that, then the love of sailing comes.
After 1 or 2 times they go out in the water, they want to get down. They're ready to go and get in their boat.
They're a lot happier. They'll come in, okay, they've got their own problems, but just for that brief hour, they're on the water, they can throw all their problems away.
I come to Sailability every Wednesday. I love the tranquility and just being amongst the birds, other sailboats, and a beautiful backdrop, which is our city.
There are friendships forming all the time, and more importantly, these friendships have started to develop into taking them out sailing with us on regular sailing days. And these guys then all of a sudden realise that, hey, there is another world out there, and they're actually taking the helms themselves when we take them out on the bigger boats, and they'll go sailing.
Just the friendships and bonds you make, which gives you a purpose and you feel accepted in life.
It's putting them in charge of something. If you give a person a role or a job on a boat, all of a sudden, all of their fears go out the door. All of a sudden, they've got something they can do to contribute. And that contribution is the most important thing.
I really appreciate the time and effort our volunteers put in every week.
It's a very, very rewarding situation on a Wednesday morning. It's full of joy for the volunteers as well as the participants. It just gets people out and lets them participate and enjoy life.
Well, there you go. Okay. The man, the myth, the legend. Let's have a bit of word to you, Drew, because look, what I've just seen, I can imagine just how much that just warms your heart.
Oh, it's the most gratifying thing I do in a week.
Yeah.
You know, I help businesses make money and
yeah.
do things right in their HR and treat people properly, but there's a patch on what you get out of spending a morning helping folks that just love being on the water, but for any other reason wouldn't have access.
It's something I hadn't even thought about. And I mean, once upon a time in my life, we've talked about this, you and I privately, I was a pretty keen sailor. And it's...
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's a few things we don't know about
him.
Now
the truth comes out.
But it was pre-car racing for
Wow.
me. So I've always wanted to go fast and all that kind of thing. So that was my avenue when I was sort of 12 to 15, roughly.
Yep.
But it was, I got the adrenaline there, but I also got the relaxation. And you know what? You feel so, well, you're close to nature. You're in it, right? And
well, you need a little
part
bit
of it.
more of that now.
Yeah, I do.
You know, maybe, yeah.
Well, on a good day out there, we'll get dolphins.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
and you're
great.
cruising around and you can, some of the participants are interested, some
Yep.
are not.
Yeah, sure.
So are you an
but-
actual sailor as well? Like you've got your own sailboat, or
No, I'm
what do you
crew.
do? Oh, okay, you're
I
crew.
sail on somebody else's boat, so if
Okay.
it breaks, it's not.
You are a smart man. There we go.
very, very
Yeah, well, I
cool.
own a boat when you know someone that does.
Does,
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
I
true.
just had that conversation today, actually. Yeah.
But just some of them will have the dolphins, and you get the dolphins. So I was out there today thinking, I haven't seen any dolphins yet this season.
Right.
Don't know. You know, they follow what's going on in the river, and
Sure.
maybe something else is happening, and it's not the place to be right now.
Right.
Others, a guy called Leslie, I took him out today. He loads up on a bum bag
Right.
on the beach. He fills it up with rocks.
Okay.
And as we sail around, he's skimming
Oh,
see,
love
rocks
it.
across the river.
shows how our minds work differently. I'm thinking, who's he throwing rocks at? I mean, come on.
No, but the beauty of it today was he hooked one and it came shooting straight across the boat out the other side. But so be it.
So be it, yeah.
So,
Another guy, he likes getting wet.
Right.
So he gets the sponge and he just puts it in the water, drags a hand for a while, which means the boat comes to almost a standstill.
Sure.
And then he just drowns himself in water.
Yeah.
And I found out as we tacked the other day, I got drowned in water because he's been filling the boat up. And while the boat heels one way, I'm high and dry. Change direction.
That's
Suddenly
right.
I'm down and wet.
Yeah.
Drew, how did this come about? How long have you been involved? Who invited you? How did you find out about it?
Yeah, it's so sailing for people with disability has been on the river since the late 90s.
Right.
With the advent of sailability. Then I think it kind of got a lot of traction with Royal Perth. And then we found others popping up on the river and up the coast and down south as well.
Right.
So Sailability WA at south of Perth, though, has been around as an organisation, I think, since about 2013.
Okay.
But even in the 10 years before that, the Yacht Club had been quite active in getting sailors with disability onto the water. But since 2013, and we've had, as you saw in the video, about 40 volunteers through that period. And being a part of the Yacht Club as a sailor, as I was, heard about it and thought I kind of needed to get involved. But the catalyst was partly in my university days when I had a peer group and social network that represented the broader community. It had a chap that was cerebral palsy, a chap that was thalidomide, a couple of guys with vision impairment. You name it, they were a part of the cricket match at New Year's Eve and all of that sort of thing. And for the years ever since, they never turned up in my corporate experience.
Right.
But I know they're there and I know what they're capable of. They all got better degrees than me, got better grades than me. And then I've always had this awareness of where are the people with disability and how are they being involved. And then finding that you could go and volunteer at Sailability in south of Perth, I thought, well, I'm a member of the Yacht Club.
Why
This
not?
Seems like a natural.
Yeah.
So this sounds like a calling.
Yes and no. And part of it was an awakening as well.
Sure.
So I'm not a particularly religious person. Maybe I've got a spiritual bone. I don't know. But philosophy kind of works for me.
Okay.
And I tried to identify what this was about. And my coach, I had a coach for 16 years until he abruptly passed on me. Otherwise, I would have talked
How
to him.
rude. I mean, geez.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, every week for an
that's
hour,
sad.
I
That
would
must
chat
have
to this
been
guy. He
hard
lived
for
in
you.
New Zealand. I never met him.
Is that right?
Wow.
That's great, mate.
But and I got him when I was living in Bangkok and life was a little bit tough with all that was going on, moving house, getting married, all the rest of it, living in another country. And he stayed with me or I stayed with him. I'm not sure, as I moved to Hong Kong and Dubai and back here and Hong Kong and back and through the birth of my daughter and lots of all that. But he said to me one day, how are things going? And he said, family. Yeah, big tick.
Yep.
Finances. Pretty good tick. Relationships with others. Pretty good tick. Community.
Oops.
All right. What about health? Yeah, that's sketchy, but I'm doing stuff about it. But community really stuck out as I'm not doing anything. I'm not contributing. And he said to me that there's this concept in Jewish faith called, I've got Tikkun Olam. I'll get it wrong, and I apologise to anybody that knows.
Well, to me right now, it sounds like an Indian dish, but, you know.
It does sound like that. So it almost felt like that. But what it's about is about giving back. And I've got it written down. I should have just put my glasses on so I didn't fumble through it.
Yeah.
But it talks about responsibility to the community, acts of kindness, sustainability and justice, humility and altruism, balance of self-care and giving, inclusivity and respect, intent and mindfulness, and continuity and legacy. And I thought, yeah, this is what's missing for me.
Yeah.
And my coach then said to me, so what are you going to give? I said, I haven't got much really because I'm self-employed and I need the money, but I do have time. And so I said, I can donate 10% of my time.
Sure.
Half a morning a week.
Right.
And if I do it, that's actually better than money.
Absolutely. It's the
100%.
most precious thing we have is time.
Right. It's the most finite thing that we've got.
Yeah.
Right. We're not going to get any more of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're given what we're given, and that's your lot.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
And an organisation like Sailability, yeah, we love big bags of money. Go and dress up our boats, make them better, buy new boats, whatever.
Yeah.
We could have all the kit that we need. But we've already got the kit. What we need is the people to come and do the sailing.
Well, just looking at the equipment, the equipment to actually help people get into the boats and that.
Yeah,
that's things I didn't think about.
Yeah.
And then seeing that video and seeing that in front of me, it just makes it very real, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what type of volunteering can you do? What if you're not a water person?
There's someone's got it. We take a nominal fee. It's like $10
Yeah.
from each of the participants to go and do this, and they sail for an hour.
Yep.
But we need to make sure they've got a life jacket on and it's fitted properly.
Oh, yeah.
So someone's making sure that that's happening for them. Someone's taking the money, giving the receipt and interacting with carers. Someone's taking them down to the boats, getting them on and off the boats. Boats are coming and going, so you have people on the jetties handling the boats. Then you've got the movements of the boats in and out of the water. So you don't have to be a sailor
Okay.
Sure.
to find
Yeah.
stuff to do.
Yeah.
Now, admittedly, I get the fun stuff. I sail.
I better say you've got the fun.
So I'm out there cruising around on the water for an hour.
Yeah.
While I'm doing that, maybe there's a bit of downtime for the folks on shore, but then the next wave of folks are coming in, and they need to get all set up. So, it ebbs and flows, literally.
How many would you have in any one session? How many people with disabilities and boats would you have on the water?
We can handle 25 a session.
Wow, that's massive.
Far
How many
larger amount
sessions-
than I anticipated.
We're not hitting that at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if there's people that know persons with disability and they're in Perth and they want to go sailing, get in touch.
Yeah.
I'd love to see more volunteers, and that is our Achilles heel, of course.
Okay.
It's the bottleneck, I should say.
Right.
You don't have the volunteers, it's hard to service all the people.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. So we want some skippers. If you've got an RST, so you can drive a powerboat,
Yep.
recreational skipper's ticket. If you've sailed before and you just know a bit about boats, or you're a skipper and you can sail a dinghy or a yacht, it really doesn't matter.
So what's the commitment every week?
I'd love it if everyone came every week,
Yeah.
but I'm also realistic,
Yeah.
and not everybody's got the same sort of flexibility as
Sure.
I have. Recently introduced a young woman from a networking group. She came along a fortnight ago and she said, I can probably do every other week.
Okay.
Perfect.
Just let us know.
Whatever works for
we'll
them.
slot it in, and it makes a world of difference
So
to
they
know
make,
that we've got the staff on the
Yeah.
ground to make the event happen. You don't have the staff, doesn't matter how many punters come, they're going to be left sitting on
Is
the
it
beach.
seasonal?
Yeah, we run from October through to May.
Okay.
And we'll have a Christmas party, so we're going to have barbecue next week.
We've
So
got it in our
oh
calendar.
yeah, there we go.
if you're coming along next week,
It is in the calendar, isn't it? There we go.
bring your sausage eating, tools.
Oh, look, that's called my mouth. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, hand and mouth. Come on down. We'll do the same. We'll do a wrap up at the end of the year as well. Trying to make it, as collegial, familial as you can imagine.
Yep.
That's what it's about. It's me thinking back to the words of my coach, the sort of philosophy that I was describing there, and what I had experienced of the level of equality,
Yep.
for want of a better word, with my friends back when I was a uni student, that I just don't feel and experience in my day-to-day life now.
Okay.
And so to take someone out on the water, yeah, they might be more reliant on you than my friends were. They were very independent people.
Mhm.
But that shouldn't change what they're entitled to experience in life and
I
the
reckon it
freedom
gives
of
you
that.
such a brilliant amount of joy just to see the joy on their faces.
Oh,
I
completely.
think that for me would be like the catalyst of that
Ironically,
whole
some
thing.
of the trick is that some of them don't give anything away.
Yeah, I know, but you know they are.
If they're non-verbal, it's like, are you having a good time? Well, you're not having a meltdown, so maybe
Yeah.
I'm going to take that as a good
you're
time.
having a good
Well,
time.
they've turned up.
Or there's a chap, I love him. He's a big teddy bear of a man. He's not too old, but he has Downs.
Mhm.
Harrison. So g'day to Harrison.
Go,
And
Harrison.
G'day, Harrison.
he comes in and gives me the biggest hug.
That's great. That's fantastic.
It's
Yeah.
Can I?
It's fantastic.
Can I tell you a little quick story? It's got nothing to do with sailing.
Doesn't need to.
No, it's got everything to do with people with disabilities. I had the absolute honour of meeting an amazing human being. Well, met many, but this particular one 30 years ago. Okay, roughly. And this young lady was unfortunately been born the victim of thalidomide. And she was born with no arms and no legs.
Yep, that's how my mate was.
There, okay,
Yep,
there we
Dale.
go. Yep. And anyway, I met her. She was buying camera equipment. She had obviously her wheelchair was obviously automated and had a control with her mouth and lots of things. And you can imagine the challenge to do photography and things had to be mounted and all sorts. It was quite a complicated kind of thing. But why meeting her changed my life. Because she went out there and she lived her life to the full. Why did she want this camera? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because she had jumped out. Now, this is well before I ever had done any of this kind of fun stuff. She was jumping out of planes, going water skiing, going sailing, like just motorsports, you name it. She had lived, and so she wanted to be able to get camera equipment so she could record a lot of these amazing things that she was doing.
So
and
she was ahead of her time. So she was a Instagrammer way before.
Yeah.
Wow.
But just what a person.
YouTuber or
and I
whatever,
just thought to myself, like, have I got the right ever to whinge again?
Yep.
When
Who's
you are
that
just living
gentleman
life to
that's
the
a
full?
public speaker, same condition, no arms, no legs, married with kids?
He's
You know the one I'm talking
Nick.
about.
I can never say his family name.
No.
Okay.
Nick Vujicic.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
amazing.
He's a very powerful motivational speaker. Also, for the
Amazing.
blind affected. Talks about, I think he's got a good arm and a chicken drumstick.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
But that wouldn't be a limitation.
No.
No.
And for them, they can do their workarounds and they can go and fully participate. What?
Oh, phone got excited.
Someone didn't mute their phone.
Oh, look at that.
That's a fine.
There's got to be a bottle of red wine where I come from.
Oh, well, it's standard as a carton, but
Carton. It was on
well, we will go with
side.
red. Why
It's a
not? Why not?
carton.
We're nothing if not versatile.
It's been happening a little bit lately, and I wasn't even touching it.
It's Big Brother.
sick.
There we go.
But what I was going to say is that there are certain people with disability that just are completely independent, and others that need a little bit more nurturing environment, and that's really where we're stepping in.
Okay,
right? Over at Royal Perth, there's a woman that sails, and she's totally blind.
Right.
Wow. Amazing.
Right. But she sails competitively.
What?
Wow.
She's a sail trimmer. So you've got the big sail and you've got the smaller one at the front.
Yep.
Smaller one at the front is what she sets and she drives. And she does it by the feeling of
Wow.
would be,
and what she can hear. It's amazing. If you see her video or the story ever on.
What, did she just put a hand on to feel the trim level or just feel how taut it is? Or
No, she's only winding on a winch and feels the rope, but she's just everything else. I believe she's
because everything, all your
her
senses would be
and that's
on
what,
fire.
That's what folks are capable of.
Yeah,
but you need to be put in the situation, provided the opportunity, and that's what Sailability is doing for folks.
Well, let's talk about some more details about Sailability after this quick little break.
Is pain holding you back? Bowen Therapy with Panacea Healing can change that for you. It's never too late to recharge your health, career, or purpose. You have the power within yourself to change what no longer serves you, taking your life and health to another level. panaceahealing.com.au. You can do anything.
It's the one thing here on Edge Radio Australia. We have Drew here. We are talking about Sailability, an absolutely fantastic thing that I did not know existed. I'm really interested in this. I think this is such a cool thing. Really giving back to the community, enabling people who've got challenges, disabilities to actually get out in the water, and what a difference it'll make to them. It really
one of the reasons I wanted to come and talk to the listeners is volunteering. Much in this country, I don't know how it is elsewhere, relies on people who give up their time.
Correct.
Typically, who are those people? They're the older people.
Yeah, retirees.
All right, we're relying on the older people, and sometimes, and nothing disparaging to any of my friends at Sailability, it's hard work.
Damn,
you got to be physically fit, and it'd be awesome if some of the folks, all right, put myself in the demographic under 60, would come along. and join the ranks of the volunteer group. So it's not just left to the grey power, because
I wanted to ask you
it's
actually, because my mind's been going.
That's good.
Yes. It never stops.
Thank goodness it's not stopped yet.
What is the youngest age that somebody can volunteer? Can they volunteer as young as, say, 16 if they have parental?
We've had young people come down. I've had my daughter come down.
Great.
We had a chap today who normally is out on one of our power boats, because we're not limited to sail.
Sure.
Some folks can't go out or don't like going out, whatever reason. So we can put them in a power boat, and they can still get the experience of being out on the water, maybe a little bit more speed than I can offer in a dinghy or a keel boat. So we've got that as an option too. And
but from a volunteer perspective, can volunteers
but
be younger?
she came down. His daughter came down and volunteered. My daughter at 15 had been down and volunteered. Okay. Getting the commitment out of school kids is harder.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking maybe the homeschool community.
Sure.
Great
absolutely.
idea.
If they were out there, then absolutely come on down, or you can do it as a family if you wanted. Mum and
great
son,
to be put in your resume,
whatever.
When you're going for a job that you've got.
This is what I say to any young person, because I do HR, don't I? So I talk about how to get a job to people. If you can put down the things you've done for the community, that will set you apart from 80 to 90% of the competition.
Yeah.
Because young people just aren't doing it.
So true.
But that's one extreme of the younger group that I was thinking of. But there's people like me as well. Self-employed,
early 20s, mate.
Or masters of their own time.
Yep.
They could easily sneak this
and there's
in and
a
make
lot
this
more
their 10%.
of those now. There's a lot more people
completely.
masters of their own
completely.
time.
People have got a lot more flexibility than they once had.
Yeah.
But even then, some companies have community service programs. You're allowed to volunteer for 2 days in a month or something.
Is that right?
Oh, that's true.
Right?
RAC, where I used to work, do that.
Yeah. So 2 days in a month, that's 4 half days.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You've just joined us for 4 weeks of sailing.
Mm-hmm.
Very doable.
So Brandon from Orange Brick Road has said you get more from giving. I would love to help and volunteer. Fantastic.
And I also want to thank Robin from Courage is the Cure for coming in before. I did see your comment there. It's always lovely to see you. Just a fantastic person that gives a lot to the community. Yeah, but this fella here, Orange Brick Road, Brandon, a fantastic fella.
I suppose he's all right.
Yeah. and I know the we here know Brandon.
Yes.
But just that comment alone, whether it was sailability or anything else, feel free to substitute in volunteering what you're interested in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bring a skill that you've got and give it new purpose.
Well, I'm gonna speak the sailing point of view, because I didn't realise, like, honestly, until you and I had that conversation, I actually genuinely miss it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been sailing for about 30 years, or that's pretty accurate on my own. But I used to go sailing every single weekend. I had a couple of surf cats, and
they were fun.
They were fantastic.
We used to go on in South Perth on the surf cats
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, across the river there.
Hire them. Yeah.
Still can.
Yeah, you sure can. So get out there, maybe have a little practice run, right? Go and hire them. Realize how much you love sailing, because it can be whatever you want it to be. It can be peaceful. You can go there and just, quite frankly, just go along a nice, gentle little breeze, or you can go and wait. Hey, it's 30 knots. Let's go nuts.
Go hard.
Which can be up on one hull and having a lot of fun. It is a fantastic sport, leisure activity, and to be able to combine that with volunteering and actually improving others' lives, it's just a winner-winner, isn't it?
And we offer dinghies.
Yeah.
We've got these specialist dinghies called Hansa 303s. You might have seen them in the video. It's a bit novel because you sit side by side like you would in a car.
Right, yep.
Whereas most dinghies, as a traditional sailor would know, is you move your weight as ballast from one side to the other side. These things have got such a heavy centreboard in them that they will not tip over.
Right.
So you can sail them with two folks sat side by side. So that means the person with disability, if they have an interest, they can sail, and you're there just a bit like self-driving car. You still got to be there and pay attention.
Yep.
So you can hand over the controls if you want, and that's what their interest is, or you can just drive it completely. But no one has to move around. So there's no safety risk or anything. No one's going to be falling overboard or anything by moving around in a dinghy. So that's really cool. And those same dinghies we used in, I think it was the Para Nationals just a couple of weekends ago.
Right.
Held at Royal Freshwater, and they had all of these parasailers come, and they were sailing this class of boat. So there you go. They're the real deal.
The paraquads are amazing people.
Yeah.
I worked for Wheelchair Sports for
Sweet.
probably a year.
Yep.
And we played wheelchair basketball, my husband and I.
Bit tiring?
It was amazing. The best time and the most lovely people. So what I want to ask you is, from your time at Sailability, if you had one thing, the most profound thing that has come about from volunteering, what would that be?
I think it's got to be Harrison.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The day he gave me a hug.
Yeah, wow.
It
That
changes you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He doesn't hand them out freely.
Right.
He's not the kid or the guy that's going around hugging everybody.
Yeah.
He
chooses.
connected.
He and I found
A bond.
something.
Yeah,
He rations
yeah.
those things out. You've got to deserve
That's
to get
really
it.
cool.
You know,
Now, I do see a comment there again from Brandon from Orange Brook Road. Appreciate
Where do you
these
start
comments,
from?
mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
in my case, south of Perth Yacht Club,
Yes.
Applecross, here in Perth on the Swan River. Certainly, if you're elsewhere in the country, there are sailabilities right around.
Okay.
Queensland, Victoria, New South Wales, down I think in Albany. There's one down in Mandurah. If you're in the west,
Yep.
I'd be surprised if they don't exist elsewhere on the planet as well. It's not that unique, and you've got the class of boat that is deliberately and specifically built for folks with a disability. So where you find them, you find clubs to sail.
You answered a question for me because that was a concern, because I mean I was used to jumping from one side to the other, right?
We wouldn't let you do that, mate.
Well, but yeah, now it's a bit dangerous. I was a little bit lighter in those days.
Was he being rude?
No, absolutely. I deserve it. That's all right.
Sorry, folks, I wasn't being rude. Just pointing out facts.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Just call me Capsize, not Captain. But never mind.
All right, Cap.
But I remember the physicality was a big thing. I mean, we had to move around a lot, and I know I was back in those days. I loved being up on one hull. That was my thing, and hanging right out on the rope and
Just to
With his
qualify.
hair?
with my hair
He's
blowing
talking
in the
about
breeze.
catamarans and we're in monohulls. There's no hanging out the side.
No, there's no hanging out the side where I'm.
And
But,
it's not about you, it's about the person with the disability.
but well, that's kind of where I'm going on this.
Oh,
Like,
right.
I thought what I worried about was the physicality of sailing, right? Because for me, that's the picture. So knowing these boats are like this is brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Even our keel boats, we deliberately undersail them. You know, if
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah.
you could make them go faster, you can make them heel over more, but you don't do that. That's
So where's
not
the
in your interests.
No.
But we have a crew person. Can't call them a crewman. They're a crew person. They'll be doing sheets. They'll be doing halyards, so sails up and down. And if you change direction, moving the sail from one side to the other.
Yep.
And you'll have a skipper, and then the rest will be passengers.
Okay.
So you keep it really simple, but most of these boats are easily sailed with just two persons on them anyway.
Right.
So it's not a stretch. Then for safety reasons, we don't sail when it's above 12 knots. So, no
Drew,
one's,
you're answering all my questions before I actually come up
no
with
one's
them.
going to get
Jeez.
washed over the side.
Yeah.
No one's getting left behind. It's safe as houses. It
Right.
really is. And if you have a little bit of like the video said, a little bit of a fear, it soon dissipates once you get into the moment.
But what about funding these boats? Like, how is your funding for these boats? Like, is it, do you do fundraisers? Do you have sponsorships? How does that work?
Answer is yes to all of the above.
all of the above. Okay.
So this year we were fortunate enough to get a grant through the state government,
Well, that's
and
awesome.
that got us the 2 new boats.
Yeah, wow.
And some other kit, and got them on trailers with covers. So that,
Okay.
and that's the quality of boats we could give to good national sailors for the competition 2 weeks ago.
Right.
We get support from sail makers like One Sail
Oh, yes.
that just redressed our keel boats this year.
Fantastic.
We get other monies through different, like the support of Rotary in Melville, all those sorts of
beautiful.
things.
Yeah.
And then just 2 weeks ago, we did the classic. Won't mean anything to anyone that lives overseas, but we did a Bunnings sausage sizzle.
Oh, I love Bunnings sausage sizzle.
The most important part of the entire
Fundraising repertoire.
Fundraising, boom. Yeah.
Bunnings
Standard
is
quick.
hardware for anybody that's listening that is not in Australia.
And you get to have a sausage sizzle is where they cook snaggers, sausages on the barbecue in a bun,
With
bit
some
of tomato sauce,
onions.
onion, mustard. There you go.
Off you go.
That's right.
And we made a good chunk of change out
Good.
of that, and people were super generous. I mean, I think one guy came along and said, I don't need a sausage, but there's $50.
Whoa.
Wow, awesome.
Another guy came along and said, keep the change, and that was $10 for a sausage.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, stuff like that. We got over $200 just out of people being generous.
Is it a charitable organisation or not? It's not classified as
from a tax deductions registration. I can't remember what you call those business those organisations. We're not one yet.
Yep.
We will seek to do that because it just means that we probably get a little bit more support from the corporates.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm thinking. You might get some, like some of the mining magnates and stuff like that.
We give advertising. We give anybody that supports us their due in terms of publications through the Yacht Club.
Yeah.
Yep.
Through our annual report and all of those sorts of things. So if you had some spare change and you wanted to see it, from a business point of view, going into a worthy cause.
So Twiggy,
happily have a chat.
Drew,
Orange Brick Road, even.
Yeah, that's right.
You were saying earlier that the reason that you're able to do this is because you can invest your time because you own your own business and your business is MyHRPro. So would you like to just let everyone know what exactly you do in case anybody can use your services?
It almost feels like stealing from the main show.
Not at all, because it's your business.
And you know what? You and I have spoken off air, and I'd say I'm a big believer in what you do. I used to make jokes about the fact when I hear HR, I normally start running. Because it's clearly me.
Stick the phone book down your pants because they're coming with the cane.
Right. I am the kid who literally I did go in front of the headmaster wearing 6 pairs of pants. Okay, because I was getting it across the butt. The thing is, you have explained to me how you've solved some problems for different businesses, and I really admire the way that you do it because everybody comes out a winner. There's not a winner and loser, which I often
try.
Yeah. So, no, you're very good at what you do, mate. So, yeah, give it a plug.
So what I do is I solve the problems that keep employers awake at night. Things that they probably should have thought of ahead of time and prepared for, but hadn't, so now it's coming back to bite them. But as I was, thinking I was going to be late here this afternoon, I've answered the phone and someone's asking me about, I've got a guy that's giving me an ultimatum. Does he go on leave? And if I say no, he'll chuck his job. Or do I say yes, but he already owes us 40 hours for leave we've given him in advance? It's hard to play a nice guy and all of that. Somewhere along the way, people have to, stand up and
draw a line.
So is that where you come in and speak to that person, or you just
I don't need
give
to speak
the
to
owner the tools?
I'm there more for the owner.
Yeah.
But I'll do investigations into claims that are made. Whether it's I've investigated sexual harassment at work. As amazing as it is that could still happen in the day and age. But
you trust me, we've had some really doozies.
Yeah, no, it still goes on, and people know the rules, and they still don't know what the rules mean, which is just mind blowing. It's like, no, that doesn't. It does.
That's not okay.
It is not okay.
Not okay.
That's not okay. Take that fireman calendar down.
Oh no, not the fireman calendar.
No
have
double
males
standards.
and females in there now.
Oh, there you go.
The Pirelli girls.
Hey, I'm just there for the tyres, okay?
Yeah,
really am.
I was just there for the hoses.
But the thing there, it's a great example. So the Pirelli girls were hanging on the workshop wall in
I
a
don't
transport
even know
business.
who the Pirelli girls
Oh.
are.
Pirelli tyres, and they have
bikinis.
the bikinis or
bikinis.
less than bikini women in their calendars.
Right.
Have done for decades.
Yeah.
I think it's an Italian company, and I could be wrong for the Italians out
No,
there.
it is an Italian company.
But maybe, they have a slightly different view on the world, and that's still okay and cool. Kind of doesn't work under our rules, though. And this company, they said, oh, the women that work here, they seem to be okay. They don't seem to mind. I said, yeah, okay. They seem not to mind, but were they given a choice, and did you ask them? And no, they probably wouldn't say no because of the guys that run the workshop and how they'd be treated as a consequence of that. And I said, but I don't care about that. You've just told me that in this next week we're going to have 3 different banks come through your premises because you want new money for a new property.
Okay.
Who's coming for those meetings? And what are you showing them?
Yes,
And where are
exactly.
you walking them?
Exactly.
You only need one of those folks to take issue with your Pirelli calendar that is apparently no issue to anybody else. And not only won't you succeed in getting the funding you want from the bank, you're going to have a whole other world of hurt come your way.
Right.
How important is a calendar?
Yeah, exactly.
And I said, you're thinking it's going to be the 50-year-old woman that comes through. I'm telling you, it could have been the 19-year-old woman or the guy or the whomever. It really doesn't matter. Anyone that takes umbrage at it, you're done.
Yeah.
Take calendar down.
Yeah. It's an easier result, isn't it?
That reminds me of going back, gee whiz, 37 years ago when my girlfriend became a mechanic. And
she would have put up with a lot.
She put up with a lot of stuff in those days back then. Yeah, that was just horrendous.
It just comes down to respect. Okay, because I hate politically correct. I'm not ever going to pretend that but in everything there's balance in life, and just be respectful, right?
Yeah.
It really is not that hard.
It's the number one rule of anywhere, to be honest, but certainly of a workplace.
I agree.
And it doesn't have to be as convoluted as we've made it.
No.
If people share the same understanding of what is respect.
Someone I respect very, very, very much, and when it comes to a workplace, is this young lady who's hiding in our green room. And I might get everybody to just grab your old headphones if you want to, because I'm going to bring someone on board, I think, that is a bit of a superstar.
Is she ready?
She's ready. Okay. Now, welcome to the stage here, superstar. This is our wonderful idiot who's done so much for us. Merry Christmas, you wonderful, wonderful person. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Oh, you're doing great. Are you going to pretend that you're shy now? Is that how you're going to do it?
It is not shy. Have you seen her on?
I've seen her on socials. I know what's going on.
No, it's clearly just for me, just so I get the wrong impression.
Spot on. No, I'm actually flying over so I can go and party with Eddie. She's got it going on. She knows what's going on.
Oh, I think we're all going to come over. We'll do a show from Nigeria, Eddie, with you.
Absolutely.
Eddie,
that would be amazing.
Word. We love it.
Eddie, we wanted to say a special thank you to you, because nobody knows that behind the scenes of every show of The One Thing, you're sitting there listening to us. You've probably listened to more shows than anybody.
Sorry about that.
And you're also in the background helping us get viewers. You're also before the show, promoting the show, after the show. And you do so much more than that for not only our show, but also for my business, for Leanne's business, for Edge Radio Australia, for other colleagues that we have, such as Terry Messenger. And we just all appreciate you so very much. And we'd love to give you the opportunity, if you feel comfortable, just to let anybody that is listening know what the services are that you offer and what your favourite type of work is, in case anybody can utilise your services.
Well, clearly her favourite is working for us.
Good.
Well, I mean, clearly, but what type of work?
And what else would she want to do?
Nothing else in life. Nothing. No.
Okay, Ida Isudubon from Nigeria. I work as a virtual assistant. I've been doing this for over 5 years. I support executives, handle the admin tasks. I write blog posts. I'm a communicator and also have a master's degree in development communication. So I write. Partly, I'm a journalist. Then I write blog posts. I do community management, social media management, community support. I handle your customer support and make sure everything goes on well. Lisa, Aaron, and Leanne can testify to this. Then I have a page on Facebook where I talk about what I do, LinkedIn, and I looked out for jobs and on Upwork. In case you need my services, you need a virtual admin assistant, customer support, a community manager, or a social media manager, I'll be here to help you carry out your tasks, for you to concentrate on other tasks. Then also handle podcasts.
Yes,
I handle podcasts.
She's very good at that.
And for anybody that's concerned about the time difference, I can tell you that this young woman will work any time of the day or night whenever she is needed.
Oh, she's lazy. Just does nothing. Oh, just look, geez, what a list. And honestly, having been working with you for quite a time now, I can't recommend you more strongly enough. I think you do a wonderful job. You got a great ethic. You're just a lovely human being. And I really hope that anyone who needs a virtual assistant gets on board.
And not only that, every challenge that we've put forward to Itty, she's embraced and ran with.
Mm-hmm.
And if she doesn't know how to do it, she finds out how to do it really, really quickly. So, Itty, you are amazing.
Thank you so
and
much.
she's taught me a lot.
And yeah,
And
it's
she's
been
very
a
good at pretending she's
pleasure
shy.
supporting this amazing team.
All right. Well, we love you very much. Big Merry Christmas from the Edge Radio family. And, we'll talk very, very soon. I think it's the end of the show. Drew, any last thoughts, mate? Anything you want to share with the world as far as volunteering?
Do something to give back.
Yeah.
It's enriching. It's something you're capable of. Do something you're passionate about and help someone that really, is going to be grateful for it, and not in an obsequious way, just because you're genuine.
Yeah.
And if you're in Perth, Sailability WA, you'll find us at the South of Perth Yacht Club in Applecross.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for being part of the One Thing here at Edge Radio Australia.
Thanks, Itty.
Ever felt lost online finding the right businesses?
Absolutely, like a needle in a haystack.
Introducing the Worldwide Awake Business Directory.
Tell me more.
It's your hub for businesses sharing your values. Discover eco-friendly products, socially responsible services, and more.
Count me in. I'll check it out straight away.
Find businesses aligned with your values on the Worldwide Awake Business Directory. Start making a difference with every purchase.